how did you communicate to your employees, to shareholders, to the banks about this change and the reality? And how did you deal with some of the resistance or skepticism that may have come about?
The senior people had an inkling of what there was a problem. And I think the fact that we came out so openly and transparently, didn't try and hide anything, was a big relief for them. Because the company was a whole lot of individual companies, and the fraud and that was happening at head office, they were still doing good business with good customers, and so they carried on. It was one of the reasons I think we survived. So with them, it was just being honest, telling them what happened and how it went. Shareholders obviously massively disappointed, but I mean, they couldn't do anything other than they must either sell the share or they must hold the share. They had to make a decision. And a lot of them sold, and some people bought in. And you saw in the beginning, I mean, I think when we announced the fraud at our half-year results in 2019, our share price went up 131%. I think it's the single largest one-day rise in the JSE's history. So we've also got some other trophies. But it was so volatile as people tried to get their minds around it. And once again, we just said, this is what happened, this is what it looks like, this is what we're going to do. And if you have a look at all our results presentations, they were just very, very similar, showing as we found detail, gave the detail, the good, the bad, the ugly. There was nothing that we tried to hide. We didn't normalize and all that kind of stuff. It was, here it is, but this is where we're going. This is where we came from, this is where we're going. Lenders, I think, were the most difficult, but in a way, they didn't have a choice. I remember going to see them, and I'm not sure if you were in that first meeting or not, but you might have been, but certainly some of your people were, in that I can't trade my way out of this. I didn't make this problem, so either you give me time and we can report and we can have discussions, and if you ever think there's a better way to do it, tell me. But if you think there's a better person to do it, tell me as well. And I think that was a good conversation. I was also, because of my history in the industry, able to go to the group CEOs of each of the banks, give them a story, tell them what was going on, happy to do my best to get your money back, but you have to help me, you know. And I think the communication thing, you talk about it. I mean, there's only three things you have to do in a crisis. It's communicate, communicate, communicate. There's nothing else. Because you get feedback on what people don't like, what people do like, what their worries are, what you should be thinking about. And actually that collective information is massively helpful.